I'm just so excited to see that because scouts are so different for this tournament. Players have been so locked into the continual axe rush and slinger war because it feels it's the most efficient. That maybe sometimes taking the less efficient but surprising option can be more effective. You know, the element of surprise is one of the main ways to win fights, right? Any combat can be won through deceit. Now, interesting, this looks very promising, but several of these are too far. But it's still 5 shorefish. It's still 5 shorefish. So he's going to be comfortable with that. A 6th over here that he can walk, but 2 of these are actually, 3 of these rather, are just 1 tile off the coast. Tokyo looking at a very, very strong map here. Meanwhile, XungNhi with really no shorefish options along the base of his, along the edge of his coast. Potentially further south, not really. Not really anything there. He's got a bunch of shorefish up here, guarded by this lion. Those are his fishes, and he will be defending them for the time being. XungNhi needs to come up with an answer to the speed of Tokyo, and it looks like Tokyo is going to be really fast once again. He's just got the map for it. He just has the map. Don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not sure who's going to win this. XungNhi could accelerate his map by getting a nice gazelle push, and that looks like that is exactly what he's going for. I think with the gazelle push, he'll be putting himself in a decent position to match the speed here. But I mean, there's just so many shorefish, and with Tokyo also doing his gazelle push now, already coming across the map with that early villager. Once again, we saw Tokyo do that last game. He built that house right on the edge of XungNhi's base, and he just kind of kept that villager hanging out, hiding, and it made for a very brutal axe rush. Even though Tokyo went up on, what, 19 vills? It was still pretty brutal and fast. XungNhi, maybe if he's a little quicker this game, he could get a nice time. This hill in the middle of his base, though, I don't know. I don't know how you defend that. He's got a lot of cliffs to help. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, Tokyo getting a really nice lure here. We'll be having a beautiful town center and a beautiful time. Like, this is just gorgeous to see, you know? Like, that's exactly what you want to see. He's pretty efficient with all this food, walking. He's coming down here to build maybe another storage pit, or no, getting some wood. His stragglers were pretty rough. We talked about that, I think, already. And so he's going to have to deal with that one step at a time. Meanwhile, the stragglers for XungNhi a little bit better. He could be looking at that storage pit a little bit quicker. A little bit quicker, but not that much quicker. And with the gazelle all lured in, yeah, he's got a lot on wood here to compensate for the fact that he can't get a wood put up. I mean, a big point about this map is that Tokyo's map is unwallable, right? He's going to have to wall off, like, awkwardly up here around this hill. There's opportunities for holes or exploitment there. I mean, exploitation rather, not exploitment. It's not even a word, I don't think. But with these elephants nearby, Tokyo could be looking. Yeah, Tokyo's going to feel pretty comfortable with this bit. No shorefish, but the elephants, like, for a tasty snack for these villagers. Like they're like the mammoths of the Ice Age, the Stone Age. Humanity's prosperity is only because of all of the elephants that were sacrificed during an entire period of human history. Just hundreds upon thousands of elephants. It's all just elephants. And they are all this size. And all of their names were Berry. Get it? Because bear, like bear, Barry, but berries are the other food source. There's an, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. We're gonna move on from that, folks. Just move on. So yeah, actually, I like this pit from XungNhi with the 250 food from that shorefish. It's really gonna help give him that little extra boost on getting to that tool age a little faster, especially with the elephants right nearby. Can always transition off the wood line, and also with the stone, he really needs to protect this pit though. He's going to be putting himself in a lot of trouble. How long until he notices? That's good. That was good. That's a moment. That's a moment to remember. he's gonna be putting himself. Look at how long he's throwing those. Look how long. Look how long he's throwing him right into the edge of the wall. If you didn't know, high elevation does block projectiles. Now, XungNhi going with the barracks on the hill here. He will be going for slinger defense, but look at the placement from Tokyo. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He's just gonna get in. He's just gonna get in with axes, and there's nothing that XungNhi can do to stop this at this point. He could potentially run the Vils to here and try to hide behind the slingers. I think that's his only real option, but I think the speed that Tokyo is about to bring to this party is not going to be fun for Tokyo, or for XungNhi rather. Yeah, Tokyo's. Oof, this is going to spiral out of control very rapidly. It's just a matter of time before Tokyo hits that tool age. And if you look at the economies, 20 to 19, 20 Vils to 19 Vils. XungNhi, 1 village or less, actually going for a much faster time here. Tokyo still not up. He will be in danger of losing a lot of these units, and he hasn't spotted the barracks here, so this is going to give XungNhi some time to wall off and make some slingers on the hill. And with the slingers on the hill, as we always talk about, it's really critical for your economy, your army, for slingers to get a nice count up before they can really be a force to reckon with. Especially, they need that upgrade, which requires the market, which requires wood for the market. And now Tokyo's spreading out on the map, looking for where. He's looking for XungNhi's economy, but he's going the wrong way. He's going the wrong way. XungNhi is just in the middle of the map, very comfortable. Now getting the market up. It's going to give him... And with all this food in there, he can make a bunch of slingers based off this food. And if he can get enough slingers, he can then get all of his Vils onto wood, and then he can put them on the sea. If he can get to the coast, it's going to be a bit before that, though. He just has to be really careful that he doesn't accidentally waste all of his slingers here before the upgrades come in, and before Tokyo gets too strong here with these axers, right? These axers could get a lot of critical damage in, and that would put XungNhi in a very, very, very bad spot. Now, with this attack cutting in, though, XungNhi looking to lose potentially a few more Vils. The kill losses are in favor of Tokyo, rather, 1-0, or 1-0, yeah. And this is going to mean certain death for this villager. Now, the slinger count, though. This is what we always talk about. I think he's a little housed here, but look at the slingers. Look at the numbers. It's getting comfortable. He's getting comfortable here. And that's what you have to avoid this. As Tokyo knows, he knows he has to avoid this. Tokyo not mining any stone of his own. Did any Vils escape? No, and now Tokyo's going for a pretty nice dock spot. I like this. I like the spot. Helps him really declare this land his own. What is this migration? Going for the berries in the middle. But his army has left his barracks undefended, and now, oh no. And XungNhi isn't walled. And he's going to see this coming. Oh boy. This is looking rough, unless he can get a ton of really nice hits off. Look at that hill bonus. These units perfectly positioned to take advantage of this hill. But now he will be forced to give it, as the axers are right on his tail. But look at this, the counterattack from XungNhi. The army that left him hanging. And look at this, he's killing all these Vils. So many kills. But on the other side of the map, XungNhi's also forced to run here, and this game is just getting so messy. And without this wood line walled off, yeah, Tokyo's going to be taking some decisive victories here. I mean, what does XungNhi do here with these slingers? I guess if he goes for a total counterattack, he could potentially kill. They could just wipe each other's Vils and then leave it to the armies. But that puts the advantage to Tokyo, as Tokyo does have a dock up, and with this dock he could make a couple ships and just a couple of fishing boats that go uncontested here will really benefit Tokyo, as he will be able to keep making these axers. Whereas looks like XungNhi is going to be pushed off of most of his critical resources for the time being. He needs stone mine. He needs to keep mining. It looks like he'll be getting desperate for him. But oh, look at this. He's in on the economy once again and taking a nice fight on the hill against these axers. These axers are going to be slaughtered. Now, okay. This is maybe a bit of an equalizer here. The timelines pretty much even. XungNhi with a far superior kill loss, and he did escape a lot of his Vils to this food. XungNhi needs to take good fights against these Axers, and that's exactly what he's doing right now, one at a time. Picking it apart, divide and conquer. That's gonna put Tokyo on the back foot for the time being. At least delay his aggression a bit. But yeah, I don't see how XungNhi's gonna have to really be producing these slingers if he's gonna want to keep up with the production of the 2 barracks from Tokyo. I'm sure can keep up full production now. He's got plenty of food income with these ships. 7 fishing boats here will be enough. And now it's up to if Tokyo can maintain this map pressure. If he can keep XungNhi destabilized, then there's no way that Xung will ever be able to mass enough slingers. However, if XungNhi is able to knock on Tokyo's water and knock out his food supply as well, then the fact that there's only slingers here for XungNhi will be really good. But oh, this fight's going to be atrocious. Yeah, he has to run, and he's going to run right back to his economy. Use them as bait, I guess. Oh, and a nice house wall. That's a pretty nice choke point here for these villagers. This one's like kind of left behind, but look at this choke point. It's beautiful. Oh, but Tokyo's coming from the other side too. This is tough. This is really tough from XungNhi's perspective. He's going to have to hold this. This hill has a lot of nice choke points, and it's got a lot of contours. Like the shape of this hill kind of benefits slingers because you can just kind of place them on these random outliers of the other positions. You know, the hill has a lot of valleys. Scraggly map. And it looks like somehow Tokyo isn't aware that his opponent is taking the elephants from under his nose. And we could be seeing a scout ship come out. The scout ship from Tokyo is idle here. But it looks like XungNhi is going to need some food income before he can adjust to that. And a big fight in the middle of the map. Once again, this hill being critical to Tokyo's defense, or XungNhi's defense, rather. And look at this, Tokyo just bearing down on all these Axers. He will be losing them. And as these Axer count dwindles, yeah, I think Tokyo can just keep producing. Once again, moving forward, XungNhi is going to be pressuring this barracks again. A big wood investment. Have to rebuild your barracks. I'm surprised we haven't seen Tokyo go for slingers of his own. Especially with how much food income he has. I'm sure the economies are ridiculous. Yeah, 22. Only 22 for Tokyo, so maybe losing a lot of his landvilles for the time being. He actually isn't making any. Oh, he's got some wood down here. Okay, so that's how he's going to keep up his production there. And he's just going to keep making Axers. But I think he's going to need to adopt a new strategy here. And I don't know what he's going to go for, because he just doesn't have any landvilles. He's only got like these 4 vills. He's got 4 vills. The rest are all fishing boats. A lot of fishing boats, mind you, but just fishing boats. And the fishing boats can die to scout ships if you don't have the land army, or the wood income, rather, to defend it. It takes wood to defend your sea. Wow, XungNhi paying very close attention. He's even farming. Yeah, I guess XungNhi with plenty of wood for the time being. Desperate for that food, maybe. And now Tokyo needs to find a solution here. He needs to be getting around effectively. He needs to get around effectively. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? I don't know. XungNhi's also booming up on the sea. He killed a lot of these ships. He's got 2 he's got 2 scout ships of his own. He forced a big migration from Tokyo's fishing boats. And now look at Tokyo's kind of all clumped up. And XungNhi could punish this with his scout ships becoming for a flank here. I think Tokyo has caught on to the fact that his opponent has taken the elephant right from under his nose. And if his Axers spot this, it could really be an equalizer in vill counts. XungNhi still playing defensive on this hill. This hill, really the only reason he's still in this game, as Tokyo had plenty of Axers to take him out, but taking some ill-advised fights have led to this moment here, and now there's pretty much a slaughter going on behind the forest. In the woods. Nothing good happens in the woods. Interesting game. Where did XungNhi's other ship goes. It looks like he's sending it around and camping this dock a bit. Although, looks like Tokyo's going to get the first hit here. He will. First hit. Yep. That's ever so important. First hit really determines how efficiently you can fight on the sea. So XungNhi's going to have to retreat that ship or sack it and risk his opponent repairing. Wow. Another really bad fight for Tokyo. These slingers at this point are getting to that critical mass where he's not even going to need the hill. And what? Tokyo resigned? I didn't expect that. The pressure, I knew the pressure was high. But I mean, maybe that makes sense. From his perspective, he didn't have anything, but I mean, neither did XungNhi. Like, that game was really close. I think he's just respecting the army of XungNhi there. So we're going to get a game 3.